rarely do I ever see people talk about the periods of growth and times are the hardest, or talk about the periods that weren't the best during their journey on the road to success. Like, they never talk about the times where they were almost broken, where their mental was tested to the extreme, where they broke down and were emotional, and those nights where you want to cry, those nights where times are harder than normal, or those nights when you can't figure it out and you're stressed and there's nobody to talk to because nobody understands you. And since I haven't seen those a lot, I want to talk about my experiences with it. And I want to start by saying, for the record, it fucking sucks. It sucks. And when you reach that period of growth, when you've outgrown your friends and your family and people around you, that you can't even relate about it, so there's nothing to talk about. So it almost feels like you're isolated, like you're an outcast, like you're on your own island by yourself. It fucking sucks in the beginning, but at the same time, it's also a sign of growth. It's a sign of growth every time. It's a big sign of growth. You've outgrown your friends. You've outgrown your family members. You don't find joy in talking about the same thing you talked about 5 years ago. You don't want to talk about that. You don't care to talk about it. You don't relate with what they talk about. They talk about bullshit. They talk about politics, news about celebrities, sports, stuff that doesn't matter to you. And that's such a good thing, because since you've outgrown that, it means you're moving forward, you're moving on with your life. And while you're leaving those stagnant ones behind, and those people will bring you down, those are the friends that will try to get you back. And if you ever heard of the crabs in the bucket mentality, those are the crabs in the bucket when you're trying to get out. You need to continue to grow. As uncomfortable as it feels, you have to get uncomfortable in order to grow. As bad as it feels, as much as it sucks to feel isolated, to be on your own island, to have to hang out by yourself, it's a good thing. It's that sign of growth. I can guarantee you that if you continue to follow this pathway, continue to grow, you're going to meet people that are way better than the friends you have now, the ones you had, the ones you lost, the people that are around you now. They're gonna be 10x those people. They're gonna be way better. They're gonna be better suited for you, for what your new mindset is. The new person you've grown into. They're gonna fit with that character. They're gonna help propel you even forward. So continue to shoot for it. Continue to grow. Continue to outgrow the people around you. Because people that don't grow and people that don't change don't become successful. People that become successful are the ones that are willing to change, willing to adapt to the new times, willing to adapt to their environment, willing to adapt to the change for a better them and a better world. So it sucks. Once again, it sucks to be alone, to have nobody to hang out with, to have nobody to talk to. The friends you were just talking to, the friends you just had that you could talk to about anything, you just kind of sit in silence, or there's so many silent periods, or there's so many things that when they talk about, you're like, I don't care about this shit, or I don't really know anything because I'm not in tune with that. I don't kind of keep up with that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm trying to talk about X, Y, Z to become successful. I'm not trying to talk about the successful people like we talked about in high school and middle school years ago. What has changed? What's new in your life? What's something that you've done? What's something that you're trying to do? What are your goals? What do you want to do? What are you passionate about? What are your dreams? I want to talk about things of substance. And these are like key indicators of your signs of growth. And just when you see that, when you begin to realize that and become aware of how you've outgrown the people around you, it's going to suck in the beginning, but I want you to think about it in the light of, I'm doing everything I need to be doing. Shift your perception, shift your reality, shift your mindset on how you feel about that, how you think, what you think about that situation, that scenario. Think about it in the sense of, I'm growing. I'm outgrowing these people, so that means the new people are on the way. I'm going to meet them eventually, as long as you continue to follow your pathway. Nobody talks about the periods of isolation, the periods of feeling lonely. Nobody talks about the times where you have no one to talk to about what you're going through, because they don't understand what you're going through, because they haven't grown past the same mindset you had 5 years ago. That's the truth. And I've been through it so many times. The times you're just in your head like, fuck, I can't get it. And there's nobody to talk to explain, to help me figure it out, because you haven't met those people yet. And I've gone through that as well. That period of time where you haven't met the high performing individuals, the high achieving individuals that you want to be around, but you also lost the old friends that haven't grown at all. So you're in the middle where it's just like, it feels like it's you against the world. And that period is probably the biggest hurdle, the biggest mental hurdle, emotional hurdle, physical hurdle, spiritual hurdle that any entrepreneur, any high achieving, a high performing individual can get past. Because if you get past that threshold, what's on the other side is something you never imagined you could get to, something that you couldn't have even fathomed. So continue to go, continue to grow, continue to outgrow, continue to lose friends, because you losing friends means they were never meant to be with you from the beginning. They weren't meant to be at your end. You had them for a period of time, but they weren't meant they weren't meant to walk that full walk with you. They weren't meant to get to the end with you. They weren't meant to get to the top with you. You weren't meant to bring them to the top with you. Continue to work, continue to outgrow. This period, although it sucks, it takes uncomfortability for you to grow. So this is you feeling uncomfortable. Continue to go through those growing pains. And I guarantee if you get past the hardest point of that isolation, that loneliness, of that growth period, you will begin to see the fruits of your labor. The fruits of your labor. You will begin to be surrounded by the people that you've been looking for, that community you've been looking for, those people that you want around you, on your team, on your side, to bring you value as you give them value. And that is it for this video. And I just want to say before I get out of here, if you're looking for a community like that, a community of individuals like you with that same mindset, that same drive, that work ethic, those goals that are in line with you, those same values, people that work hard, if you want to be around people like that, I have a new community called the High Council that I just created on School. I'm going to link it in the description. You guys can click that and join that. It's completely free for now. So if you're looking for people like that you want to be around and surround yourself with in a community of people that are striving for greatness just like you, click the link in the description and join the High Council, my school community, and join a group of members who are willing to help you and guide you, provide value as you provide value for them, and we all grow and grind together.